Welcome back to Anderson's Smoke Show. Today we are out at my Camp Chef Pellet Grill and we're gonna smoke you some beer brats. Stick around and see how we do it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so that you can keep up with the latest content. Be sure to like the video and write me a comment. Let me know what you think of these beer brats or that Camp Chef Pellet Grill. Now let's get started with those beer brats. So these beer brats were inspired by a Facebook community called Camp Chef Grill Owners. Camp Chef Grill Owners is a great community, a place to learn about Camp Chef, to learn about products, and to meet some friends. I picked up this recipe from that Camp Chef Grill Owners forum, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Come check it out. So obviously for beer brats, you're gonna need some type of brat or sausage. So we've got 2 pounds of Hungarian sausage there. We've got a white onion, a yellow onion. Some recipes don't want peppers in there, but I had a couple left over from something else. Figured I'm gonna use them before they go bad. I've got some garlic, I've got some basil, some sea salt, and some fine black pepper. Now to top all of this off, I have one of my favorite beers, and that is Modelo Especial. So I'm gonna start out by slicing up and dicing up this white onion. I don't want to make it too fine because I want to be able to use these on the bun when we're done with this sausage. Just going to peel back those outer layers. Then I like to take the onion and cut it in half. It's a lot easier to work with if it lays flat on the table. White onion is chopped up. Let's go ahead and just push that into the foil pan, get it off the cutting board so we can move on to the next thing. Then we've got my sweet onion here. I'm gonna cut off the ends here, make an incision right down the side, and same thing like we did with the last onion. We're just gonna slide that back into that foil pan. Got a red pepper here. All right, we'll throw the red peppers in here. Well, that adds a nice little color here. And then we'll get working on this orange one. I'm gonna start out by drizzling some avocado oil onto those peppers and onions, just like so. I've got some sea salt. Some black pepper. Some basil. And some minced garlic. Just a little bit more there, like some good garlic. Now for the real deal, the Modelo Especial. Now depending on how many peppers and onions you use and how deep the pan is and how wide it is that you're using, you're gonna need at least 2 cans of beer, maybe a little bit more. So I'm gonna start by just pouring this Modelo Especial down in the pan. Don't forget to save a sip for yourself. Ah, that's good. And we got another can of Modelo here. Save a sip for yourself. And I'm gonna take my spoon here and mix this up a little bit and see how much we've got. think we are gonna need just a little bit more beer. We do have a lot of onions in here. Crack open another can. That'll put us right around 32 ounces or so if you subtract the couple sips that I took. I think that looks good. They're not completely covered, but it is almost completely covered. That should work out just fine. We'll give it a couple more stirs, make sure we get all those herbs and salt, pepper, garlic, everything just mixed in nicely here. I picked up some of these Cabela's bourbon barbecue brown sugar pellets. I think it'll go well with the sausage and what we're trying to do with those peppers and onions. Let's get these opened up and into the grill here. That should be plenty there. It's time to get this Camp Chef turned on, so we're gonna hit the power button. We're gonna start these sausages at 325 degrees, so we're gonna hit the set temp button. We're gonna turn this up to 325. Hit set, and we're gonna go smoke level 10 because we want all the smoke we can get today. Now we're in the startup mode. Let's come up here and open the lid. Get this thing fired up. We'll see in a few minutes. The grill's up to 325 degrees. We're gonna get these onions and peppers and beer and everything on the same time we're getting the sausage on. I'll push that off to the left side because I am right-handed. It'll be easier to get in here with the sausage. Got 2 pounds of that Hungarian sausage. Gonna grab this here. I know 2 of those links were connected still. We'll throw those in there like that. And we got these 4 here. Just gonna get to grilling these sausages. We wanna get some good char marks on there. When the casings start to crack, we're gonna grab them, start putting them down into that beer. We'll see in a little bit. Let's get in here and check these brats. I'm gonna get my knife here and cut these casings apart here. And flip some of them over. Yeah, it was looking good. This one had a blowout. When I opened the grill, it exploded, you can see. But that's all right, we want them to open up like that. That'll allow all that beer to seep in. You can give it a little bit more time. We'll stir this around a little bit. Yeah, how about that now? The brats are done and ready to get put down into that beer and into those onions and peppers. One of my biggest pet peeves with sausage is when people overcook it and burn that casing. I don't like that excessive char, so we're gonna pull these now. The casings have opened up. They're seeping some good juices. We're gonna get that down into that bath, into that beer and peppers and onions. Let's do it. All right, let's get these Hungarian sausages down into that beer. You can see they're looking good. Casing is breaking open. Just how I want it. One of my biggest pet peeves with sausage is when its casing is too done and it's burnt. So we're just going to lay these down, wiggle them down into that juice, down into that beer, into the onions, just like that. These 2 had some blowouts there. We're gonna turn the blowouts down, let that beer soak down into that. We got this last one right here. Flip that over like so. Wiggle that down into the juices. Push them down, stir it up a little bit. And I'm gonna grab this, center it right there. But we're not done. We gotta drop the temperature on the grill, so let's do it. So I want to drop the temperature down to 250 degrees. So let's set it here. 250, smoke 10, leave it just like so. We've set the temperature on the Camp Chef to 250 degrees. The sausage is into the beer and the onions and peppers. We want to leave this for the next 2 to 3 hours at 250. We want these onions to really soften up. We're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to stir it up, make sure that the sausage stays submerged in the beer. We'll see you then. All right, let's check on these brats. You can see that the onions are starting to break down. Everything's looking good, simmering down. The sausages are staying submerged down in the beer. This is going to be great. Brats have been in the onions and beer and peppers for about an hour and a half now. Let's go check them out and see how they're doing. All right, let's see what's going on in here. You can see the onions are starting to become transparent, so we know they're breaking down good. We'll just get in here with the tongs, stir this up a little bit. Make sure them brats are staying down in the beer and the onions. Like I said, we're about an hour and a half in. We're gonna give this probably about another hour. We'll check in periodically and see how they're doing. We'll see you then too. We're 2.5 hours in with those sausages in the beer and the onions and the peppers. It is time to pull them out, so let's do it. All right, let's get it out. My oven mitts on because you know this is about to be hot. Check that out. Those onions and peppers broke down perfectly. Those sausages are ready to be thrown onto a bun. Let's do it. Been watching football all day. It is time for dinner. I'm gonna cut into one of these Italian sub buns here. Get that on my plate. I'm gonna take this sausage here, the one that had the blowout there. I'm gonna shake off a little bit of that extra beer and juices there and get this into the bun. But you can't complete this without some peppers and onions. So I've got myself a slotted spoon here. Just gonna get some of that excess juice off so I don't make a soggy bun on myself. Some of that in there, get a little bit more. Yeah. And we got some of Joey chestnuts, spicy brown mustard. Get a little bit of that on there. Yeah. How about that for a sausage sandwich? All right, it's time to see if this game day beer brat recipe pays off. Let's give it a try. You can really taste that beer flavor, and that spicy brown mustard pairs extremely well with that. Those peppers and onions are tender to the point of perfection. There's no snap, it just lays on there nicely. And that Hungarian sausage worked well with that beer. Now that's a good sandwich right there. If there was one thing that I might try differently next time is I might put a couple heaping tablespoons of brown sugar, maybe even up to a 1/4 cup, just because we did have a lot of beer and a lot of onions and peppers, and I feel that little bit of sweet would go a long way with these. If you're looking for the perfect game day meal, these beer brat sandwiches are it. Everyone will be satisfied. I got a half a sandwich to eat, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. We'll see you next time on Anderson's Smoke Show.
Yo, thanks again for watching Anderson's Smoke Show. Be sure to subscribe and check out that recommended video, and after that, my Facebook and my Instagram accounts. I'll see you there.